Oh, we're gonna try this with the dually. I don't think it's gonna work, but driving the dually with the snowplow to work. So, you know, I was just listening to the news bullshit with, you know, blah, 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 young people, you know, and they're buying houses and everything. And, you know, I see this upside down world of wealth, and it is what it is. It's fine, you know. You succeed, you don't. But I do think that everybody should be entitled to a good opportunity to buy a dwelling, you know. I do see that if everybody could afford a house and get in a house, they would have wealth and they would be in a good way. You know, that's the key to success in my eyes. I mean, my plan, dream, or whatever is to help all my kids buy a house. So at a young age, even before they get married, so they have something, you know. And of course, the rule would be have a prenup, but whatever. So anyway, I just think that first-time home buyers, and how does a young couple buy a free? I mean, we're on Long Island, all right? Entry-level houses for $500,000. You know, I mean, I think there might be something in the threes somewhere, maybe not in the best neighborhood.
Gun crime.
But gun crime.
People under arrest now in connection with the overdose.
And I love when I say to people, I don't know, things are doing better last year than this year. They come up with all the excuses in the world why it's not the president and nothing to do with the president and anything else. And they blame Trump. And look, I'm not talking positive about the man, but there was good times when he was in office. There was good things that happened when he was in office. That's all I'm saying. You know, they all have their ups and downs. At the end of the day, I could put up with his mouth any day of the week to reap the benefit of what that man accomplished. So, and I had a woman the other day, real quick story. She said because of Trump, she lost $9,000 with some tax bullcrap, right? And that's why she hated him. She couldn't stop talking bad about him. I go, well, what about, you know, the lack of crime, the lack of teenage kids shooting each other? What about all of those benefits we had while he was in office? Oh, I don't give a shit about that, she says. She just cares about her $9,000. So that just goes to show you what type of person is on that side. And I don't mean right on that side, I mean all the way over. And that's the problem with the world. Too many people are this far apart, you know, and they're throwing rocks. And the media's cashing in because of it. God forbid, I would love to see, you know, like everybody at Fox and everybody at CNN sit down at a table and go back and forth. Let's see that chicken fight, you know? But they don't do that because, you know, it just wouldn't work for them. Sure would make me watch. But anyway, what I think my plan is to give a first-time buyer incentive that's like you get the loan and it's like a no interest, whatever, and you have to put little money down and you get in the house. That's what I think it is. I think they need to help people get their first house. And if everybody got a house, well, then shit would work. You know, they'd all have equity. They'd all be able to do things. And I just look at these young couples today and I say, how the hell is somebody going to buy a house over here? The house across the street we just sold. It hasn't been touched since the 50s. Guy bought it, died in it, didn't even change the paneling. And it sold for $491 to a guy who's flipping it. So if a small little three-bedroom ranch, is selling for $491 that needs a total redo, at least $100,000 worth of redo, how does like a young couple with a kid or two kids get a house? It's ridiculous. So right there's the secret to success. Because if you could get everybody in a home, right, they'd all and let them afford it, of course, they'd all start balling up and they'd all become a little more wealthy. And then it would give an opportunity for people to grow and to be and exist. And that's the problem with this freaking world. It's a shit show. Like, you know, what do you have to live for if you can't even afford to buy a house? I mean, how pissed off must you be? I remember when I had to buy a house, luckily, they were giving money away like crazy, you know. At the time, I was just hustling and not showing much. And, you know, the banks did that bullshit where they just gave everybody money. And I signed up for it, and I was able to afford it and make it happen and do it, you know. I bought a knockdown for $400 something. I put $100,000 right into it. Same way. And this was 15 years ago. So, you know, what are we doing here with the houses? All these young couples who need houses should have a government-assisted situation where instead of, like, say, how about this? How about take every politician? How about take every politician and take 5% of their salary away? How much money is that? I don't know. 5% of their salary away because they don't deserve it. And put it in the fund to help young people buy a house. And then what they do is they get a loan. You look at what the young people make and what they can afford. It's got to be somewhat realistic. And you stretch out the loan so far that they're able to manage it and they're able to own the house. So that's what I see. I really see that's the deal. You gotta have young people getting into homes. My parts guy's back there waiting for me. Blah, blah, blah. I gotta go to work and bust my ass like I do every day. Supposedly, I got 3 new mechanics applying this week for positions, which is unheard of. But you figure out of 3, 1 will come through, I hope. So we'll see where that goes, because holy shit, they're hard to find over here in New York. The walk to the shop. Look, he's waiting. Look at him waiting. Everybody's waiting. Snow, yeah. Yo, you should load that shit up already, man. So anyway, that's the deal. First-time home buyers. First-time home buyers. Get an incentive, get hooked up, get taken care of. Where's Ivan with the keys? It is what it is. I gotta go to work. I got shit to do. Take the politicians' money and buy a house.